All right. Uh, oh yeah. So this is another thing. We need to teach kids and adults that the difference between consensual and non-consensual sex, especially at 18, and what that means. And it's okay to choose what type of relationship do you want. Do you want to choose an open relationship or a monogamous relationship? And it's okay to choose one or the other, but be open and honest with yourself, you know, and be okay with people being open and honest. If you are think you are a very sexually active person, which nothing wrong with that, and you want to do more of a polygamous type of relationship, be truthful with that person, what type of relationship that you want, and that to me is okay, and if they disagree with that or they don't want that, you need to let them go, because at the end of the day, doesn't matter what they call you or what they say, you need to be more open and honest with that person. And people need to be open and honest with themselves. Because I remember I had a situation where I had to be open and honest with, let's say, one of my exes, and I was just straight up with her, and at the same time, even though she didn't like, what I had to hear, she still respected me for saying it. She went her way, I went my way, and this was a girl, I'll be honest, I was going to marry. And yeah, I was young and dumb, but yeah, I was going to get married around like 18, 19 at that time. But, it just didn't end up happening. It is what it is. Essentially how it happened was, I wanted kids. She didn't want to have kids. And she wanted to explore her sexuality. And even though I didn't understand it at first, I understand it now as I've gotten older and wiser. I understand what she meant by that. And I respected her for saying that. So she went her way. Hopefully she's fine. Hopefully she doesn't get any STDs or nothing like that, But, she's fine. She's out, living her life, and I'm out living my life, But, we just value different things, and that's fine. People should be allowed to value different things. We shouldn't be all in a box. You know what I mean? And just like nobody has a right to force them, like nobody has a right to force their love or values onto you. That's not right. I mean, it is, like I said, it is what it is. But now I just, make videos, what I think. Also, like you say, GTA videos sometimes too. Also, like I said, if any of you guys decide that want to have a conversation with me or, or anything like that, that's fine too. Maybe, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a podcast or not, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. It is what it is. But yeah, I would love to do a segment, atheism versus religion. Well, no, not atheism versus religion. Atheism has a conversation with religious folks. Because it's not really verses, because we're not really versing each other. It's not a fight. So, instead of saying verses, because that's more of a confrontational word, let's say, religious people and Christian people have a rational not irrational, but let's say have a conversation with each other. And we can get priests and stuff from, let's say, synagogues, Catholic churches and whatnot, and we can speak rationally and respectfully to one another. Stuff like that. That would be kind of cool. So everybody comes from where they want to come from. Stuff like stuff like that. And I think people, if we have conversations like that, have real conversations instead of being confrontational, things in this country will be a lot better, and people know where they're coming from. So you don't have to agree with people's lifestyle, but you have to at least respect them. As long as they're adults and they make their own decisions, that's fine. Also, I'm the type of person that likes to travel. Like to travel the world someday. I have actually 6 countries I want to travel because I really respect their cultures and I really respect how they run things. The first place I want to go to is Israel because because in my family we have a high percentage of Israeli in our family on my dad's side. So, which is kind of cool. But we were a little bit of my family history. They came from Israel. They moved to Russia, and then I guess interbred. I'm not sure if they interbred with the population or not, but they went to Russia. We were there for a long time. I know that, and then when Stalin got into power, they left and they went to America. And then my mom and my dad met. My mom's black, my dad's white. But we also have a lot of different stuff. He has a little bit of Israeli and Italian and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then my mom, we don't know, but I know she's African American and a little bit of Native American. And we might have a little bit of Asian in us. Just a tiny percentage. But yeah. But, I think people in this country need to have a calm, rational conversation with each other. If we agree or disagree or not, no insulting each other, no, trying to kill one another, none of that stuff, And actually try to hear each other out. Anyways, yeah, that's how I feel.